sorry I'm late. Was taking care of Riley because my mom pulled her back. But my mom is doing better today than she was yesterday. Riley is starting to think she's a puppy again, which on some level is fantastic. On the other hand, we're like, do not injure yourself again. Tore your ACL in the first place. So there's that. She has her first session of physical therapy on Tuesday. So that's exciting. However, they're like, don't feed your dog at all on the day of an appointment because they need to be food motivated. And my mom and I are like, she's going to not stop crying if we don't feed her at all.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's me this morning. How did everyone do rolling out of bed this morning? It was very abrupt, where it was like, I got out of bed and I thought, I'll be able to catch up on the bullet journaling I did 0 of yesterday. And my mom was like, can you walk Riley? And then I was like, yep. And it feels like sub 40 degrees here.
Ew.
Like, it's not negative, and it's actually above freezing temperature, but after yesterday, it was like, it's cold. But it did help wake me up, so I guess there is that. Yeah. But you look very awake for this time.
Given that I keep hiding a yawn, I think that answers your question.
Okay. Appearances can be deceiving.
No, but your text was actually really helpful because my alarm had been going off for about 45 minutes and then I kept ignoring it because, like, when you're like in that zone where you're not fully asleep, but you're not awake, but somehow you're still dreaming, but the dreams are even weirder because you're riding that line between asleep and awake. That's where I was. And then the buzzing from my phone that's like different was like, okay, now we need to like snap now. And then I look and I was like, oh yeah, I like really do need to get up now.
Good. I'm glad it helped.
I was living in that same space this morning and I heard a crash, so I wasn't sure if it was real or imagined. So I flew out of bed to be like, okay, let's figure out what was going on. Of course, I can't.
Was it real or imagined?
It was totally real. Everything is fine. My grandmother just grabbed one of her pill containers and the lid wasn't on all the way, and that's how she grabbed it by.
Okay, but she didn't fall.
Yeah, no, everything's good. Everything was fine, but it was just like at 6:30, 7:30, one of those. So everything is early. I'm like, wait, because I usually don't get out of bed till 8. I don't. And yeah, I'm confused as to the process of waking up and stuff. And I have a cat lumbar pillow. So life is
good.
Life is good. Yeah.
Esther, you're on mute, but I.
Yeah, but I wasn't saying anything. Let me not have food in my mouth. I made a very adult decision to start playing a game with some friends at 1:30 in the morning, and I went to bed around 4 a.m. sort of, and I'm like, my friend was like, don't you have something in the morning? And I'm like, yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I don't worry about it.
Remind me what time it is for you right now, because 4 a.m. for me was 2 hours ago.
It's 9 a.m. I mean, 9:11 a.m. So I am okay.
You're the same East Coast time zone.
Got it. Okay, I just didn't know if you were like further.
No.
Okay.
I used to, because the U.S. does the going back and forth thing, and I'm not Eastern time, I'm Atlantic time, and we don't change our clocks.
But currently.
Yeah, but currently it's the same as Eastern.
So
Yeah.
with my job, I'm supposed to only like work with people that are in America or Canada, right? And so that's not usually a big deal. Only sometimes like a prospect will slip through that's like not based in one of those two places. And we're supposed to still reach out to them, but really to just try to see if we can find like a colleague that is in these places, right? So then I get this lady that's like, yeah, like, because I just book meetings for the actual people that do the stuff, right? And she's like, yeah, I'll totally meet. And then she's like, but I'm in this is how I realized, like, I'm like, am I really stupid? Because she's like, I'm in Newfoundland. And I was like freaking out for a second. She's like, so my time zone is actually like 90 minutes ahead of like Eastern time zone. So then I start freaking out mentally in my brain. I'm like, wait a minute. I totally thought, like, because I was thinking of, it took me a while to figure out why I was freaking out. I was thinking Finland, like
Newfoundland.
Finland, because I heard that and I was like,
In
I
Canada
literally
is
always
where
thought
the
that was like
musical Come
in
From
like
Away is.
Europe or something. I didn't say this to her. I was like Googling really quickly and like trying to figure out like, but also if she's in Europe, how is she only 90 minutes ahead of Eastern time? Like there was so much
Have
happening.
you ever seen the musical Come From Away? They filmed it and put it on Apple TV, but basically it's about all these planes that got grounded at the international airport in Newfoundland because of 9/11.
Oh.
And it's a really heartwarming musical based on true stories, but also it's like, oh, but that's how I know it Newfoundland.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is this like common knowledge? Please tell me I'm not the only person that's heard that and thought of Finland.
Like, know what it was, and then they have really strong accents.
She does, yeah.
And I really love it though, and like I can listen to that music and like understand everything because I've listened to it so many times. I'm now used to that accent saying those words. But if I met a real Newfoundlander, I don't know if I would be able to get everything. I think I'd be able to get like 80 to 90% of what they're saying, and then I might have to be like, sorry, can you just this bit? You said blank and this and the miss and the in between.
That's how it was talking to my stepmother's mom, who's Scottish, because my stepmother is from Scotland, but her accent is like, so, like I've never had a hard time here, but she's lived in the States since like, I don't know, 90s or 80s or something. I don't know, forever. But her mother in person, when I met her, it wasn't so bad. And like the rest of the family, I can understand, but like on the phone, her mother would talk to me and I would have no idea. And then she would just laugh, like, you know, those like big cackling, like just deep belly laughs because she's like, this girl has no idea what I'm saying.
Well, so in the start of the musical, they explain like on the northeast tip of North America, there's an island called Newfoundland. On an island called Newfoundland, there's an airport. It used to be one of the biggest airports in the world. And next to it is a town called Gander. And he says it in like an American accent. Right. So like everyone can understand American / East, like generic, non-specific accent. And then he goes into his character where he's the mayor of Gander, which is in Newfoundland, has the accent. And he starts singing and he goes like, welcome to the rock if you come from away, because the musical is called Come From Away. And that's basically what they call all these people. Or any tourist, but especially these people who were stranded there. And then the next line is, you'll probably understand about half of what we say. So like they know and they play off it and it's great. I should listen to that music again. You know, I really should buy it as a vinyl if it's available, because I only buy like my favorite musicals in vinyl. So I have Hadestown, I have Wicked, the Broadway version. Because I am not spending money on the movie version. And then I got the original Fiddler on the Roof in vinyl because I found it for like $5. Someone was reselling it like on eBay or something. And I was like, this is probably a scam. There's no way it works. There's no way it's real. I get it. Perfect condition, original sleeve. And my mom's like, how? And I'm like, the internet, man. But I really want it in Yiddish. I want the Yiddish production that they did like in 2019 or something to be on vinyl. And I don't think they ever made it. So, but my vinyl player is also a Bluetooth speaker. So, you know, it's not quite the same feeling. Let me share the forest room code because we've been yapping and I love it. And my birthday was nice, but I had started getting a bit of a headache in the middle of my stream, and I didn't have any co-hosts on my Friday stream, which was my birthday stream. So it was just like, I'm happy to be here amongst my friends.
We're happy to be here. Yes.
Thank you. I did have a good day. I crocheted this in 2 hours, and then I put a sticker in it, and I gave it to Riley.
Why?
I don't she loved it. I have a video
So cute. That's so cute.
I don't really buy stuff from the Woobles that much anymore, just because I'm crocheting less, but also they do so much stuff with Harry Potter that I'm like, I don't like that. And I never bought anything of it, but I was like, I don't need to support companies that support that.
Out of principle.
Yeah. So I have like 2 more kits to do, but they're both at my apartment. But I had brought one here because I was like, I feel like I want to do some crocheting on my birthday, just like and then it wound up being like, you can't handle screens right now, so this is literally all you're gonna do this afternoon.
Weird.
I'm glad you had a good birthday.
Yeah.
I hope you keep having a great month.
Thank you. Thank you. I need to put up your links for intros because we kind of blew past them. You can say this is my name and check out my URL, and we can keep going if you want to do abbreviated.
Mara, that's my URL. Next.
I love it.
Crystal, that's mine. Do the thing with the thing in it.
So I shouldn't break the link. So that's my link. If you want to know anything about me, just click it.
Yeah.
Great. I love that.
I love that we've all done streams so many times together. I could hear Crystal's intro in my brain and yours.
All of your intros in my mind as you were not doing them, and I'm like, just let them do it.
I'm like, I'm missing the caffeinated part of Amara's.
I know. Caffeinated single mom.
And the funny thing is, like, I did that while I do the motion Crystal does.
I am neither caffeinated nor single mom. I can hear the book pitch. I can hear you being like aspiring hybrid author. I can hear all of it. I created the room, but did it understand that I created the room? No, because I forgot to hit the second time.
I'm not going to join the forest room the first time because when I woke up, I realized that even though I thought about grabbing the charger for my computer and plugging it in, I didn't actually do it. And so it takes a really long time to turn on. So I'm on my phone right now. And then during the first sprint, I should be able to switch to my computer because it's been charging for a bit.
I'm grabbing my water that I was too lazy to earlier. So I wound up taking my pills with the flavored soda, which no matter how much I like a soda or a non-water drink, it's always hard to take my pills and then half of them, and then they stay in my mouth too long and I taste it. So
yep,
that's what I'm dealing with. 4 Niner Tango Sierra, 5 November Delta Sierra Golf. My Rise app is yelling at me because I had 2 nights where I went to sleep late. It's like your sleep debt is climbing. I'm like, yeah, no shit.
So thanks technology. I'm not aware of this at all by the human doing the thing.
I know. I went to bed at 2, which is better than the 2:30.
Yeah.
And the thing is I had 2:30 twice last week because when I have my apartment, which I love. I have my room at my mom's apartment, which I love. No matter the fact that I feel like at home at both equally, if I have been staying at one place and then I sleep at the other place, my brain is just like, you're up until 2. And I'm like,
but why?
This is supposed to happen if I forget to take my ADHD meds, which hasn't happened in a while, knock on wood. Like I know I've taken it. Why are you acting as if I haven't? And it's always about when I switch location.
But
it doesn't happen if I'm at a hotel or staying like at family, or it just doesn't happen. So it's something about, and it's not like, oh, I was at my mom's place, but now I'm at my place. So like I'm the only one in the apartment. So if something happens, it's on me. It's not any of that like anxiety, because it happens the reverse way too.
Brains are
It makes
weird,
you feel
man.
any better. That happens to me just randomly every day, mostly. I'll be like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so gonna go to bed early tonight. And then I even come in here and I lay down and then I'm like,
Boing.
I am awake.
Yeah.
I can do more things. Yeah, no, I make the joke that I'm the girl from Ring.
I thought I'd go to sleep at 10 last night, and I was up an extra 4 hours. So I might actually have to drink caffeine this morning. Not coffee.
I'm thinking about making coffee. I'm thinking about making coffee because I don't have any like energy drink or anything, and tea's not gonna make it.
Yeah,
it's not gonna cut it.
I don't know if my mom has caffeinated tea here for me. I know I have all my herbal teas here. Well, not all. Some of them are still at my apartment.
Wait, some of you exist through life without being like caffeinated?
Most days. Well, okay. Well, not most days, not on my current season of life. Because if anyone
most
doesn't know,
days. So your answer is still accurate. Your answer is still accurate for someone on screen.
Yeah. But now I am caring for a bedridden parent, so that is added so many things, including exhaustion every day.
I mean,
and like constantly waking up to be like, is she okay? Is she breathing?
Being a caretaker is so stressful. I mean, I'm happy to see you here, Esther, but I was totally expecting you to like message me and be like, I can't. But I'm so happy to have you.
I was like, I already canceled once. I cannot cancel again.
I feel like people treat my streams as if it's like high school attendance, where it's like somehow going to prevent you from going to college or something if you cancel. And I'm like, I'm only scary to creeps. You're on my stream because I don't consider you a creep. Like, why do people treat me like I'm
because social anxiety is a thing.
I know. There was I also where, people thought where my mom and I thought maybe I had it because that's what everyone said I had, and I'm like, I don't think so, just because I don't like hanging out with people my age. Doesn't like, because I went to the social anxiety therapy group and everyone's like, I can't talk to my boss, I can't talk to my professor, I can't talk to my parent, I can't talk to anyone older than me. And I'm like, okay, well, my grandma handled that by raising me a certain way. So
I roll a disadvantage on a D2. Actually,
love the D&D.
Yeah, I roll a disadvantage on conflicts, and I roll at advantage at conflict avoidance. So if anything even smells of a conflict, I will hide under my blanket and just nope. Even if I know the person I am talking to is super chill, I am the problem.
Well,
I think for me, in the back of my head, if like specific time passes that I have not showed up, I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna start thinking that I have a beef with them, that I hate them, that I don't like them, that they did something that I haven't told them. So I'm like always like, okay, how long have I not appeared somewhere?
You're so funny.
Honestly, like there are videos on the internet of that stuff. It's like, if you don't check in, people are going to think that you hate them. So you should check in. I'm like, I've had so many social interactions die on the vine because I think people hate me.
I mean, I think everybody hates me all the time, but that's just because I have ADHD, and I think that like if you normally say hey, what's up, and one day you say hi, all of a sudden you're mad at me just because you said hello to me in a different way.
Like, what did
But
I
I
do?
also recognize that that's not real. That's just
Okay,
what goes
but
on
I
in
wanna
here.
I
It's
wanna put
fine.
it out there that for me specifically to combat that, if I say it a different way, I'm not thinking about it at all.
Right? That
Like me
Yeah,
specifically, like it's not an indicator of how I'm feeling.
yeah,
And
that's
like
right.
the other thing. I'm
my
like, Esther,
messages
you
are like
do realize that no one is thinking about you, the amount of times you are thinking about you.
yeah, like we're all
No,
a
the
little
thing that you're thinking
self-centered.
that they're thinking about you. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all a little self-centered and that's okay. Like because that's just how humans are. It's more just like when people are so self-centered that they like exclude other people, but like that's not what we're talking about. And it's this is a little shade to certain people who did not wish me a happy birthday within my own family because this is like my mom is very much like everyone was so good at it. And I was like, yeah, when my grandma was alive and people knew they had to be on their best behavior.
Oh.
No, I mean, multiple people did, but my mom is like, I'm taking notes. And I'm, I mean, I notice it too, but life is life. But yeah, if I am like slow to message someone, it's not like, oh, I'm angry at them. It's life is lifing, or I'm just working, which is also a huge part of my life. I worked a little bit on my birthday, and even the social media assistant was like a little bit workaholic. And I'm like, I get bored otherwise.
I mean,
We're going to start at the 30-minute mark, by the way. I have not forgotten that we're supposed to be sprinting.
hey, today feels like we all exist in some like bell curve of hope and a prayer. Like,
And some caffeine.
Facts.
yes.
Facts. Also, there's a carrot cake. There's a piece of carrot cake waiting for me that I'm like,
Did you just say carrot cake? I mean, you had me at cake, but like
Yeah.
I used to think like I wouldn't like carrot cake, and then I tried it.
I like carrot
So
cake, but
good.
I avoid like the shredded coconut on it. Not because I was sensitive to coconut. This happened like a long time ago. It's more I don't like the texture of shredded coconut. I love the taste of coconut, but I just can't.
I mean, the piece that I have, you wouldn't be able
A
to
lot
taste
of New
it
York
because it
people
has
don't.
nuts.
Yeah, sometimes they have nuts. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like a flavor of cake that I'm running to all the time, but there are certain bakeries that do it without nuts, but they'll do like shredded coconut. And my mom doesn't get it often either, but sometimes she'll be like, do you want it? And I'll be like, I'll take the only cake part and like avoid all of the outside of the cake, which is so not me. Because normally I love the, slightly not crust, because obviously I don't like cakes that like have a shell, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
Like, so okay. I'm going to start the sprint. 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. May all of you find the caffeine. We have lost Amara.
Hopefully she's getting her laptop.
Oh, I've been lumbered again. The cat is behind me.
I mean, I think we could all use that lumbar support.
Yeah, and she's so squishy and comfy, and it's great.
Sam is too big to be any lumbar support, but she will do so. She'll be so great, kind of like as a blanket, like a heated, weighted blanket.
You know those
But-
weighted, heated stuffed animals that you can buy?
Oh,
Yeah.
She won't. If she's behind me and you try to lean back, like I always do it by accident, but if I ever like don't realize she's behind me and I lean back, she like moves and looks at you like, "How dare you crush me?" And I'm like, we literally did this, and then I immediately moved. I did not, you know. She's like, "How dare you be in my personal space?" And I'm like, first of all, I was sitting first.
Exactly.
Wait, they have weighted, heated stuffed animals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a rabbit hole Amara might get into next spring.
I didn't understand
Warmies.com.
I didn't understand Squishmallows at all. Like, I mean, just like why they were free. And then my sister bought the kids each a Squishmallow. And I was like, well, now I get it. I want one. And then we got sick one day. Like, we all got sick and I had to go to the store and get us some stuff. And we were walking by and they had like a whole bin of Squishmallows for like $10. And I was like, well, I'm going to get one. Hold on.
Yeah, I too had the same opinion.
But this is my cousin.
Oh goodness!
Am I 40 and needing my little stuffy? Yes,
Hey.
I am. And am I embarrassed? No, I don't care. But this is literally the opposite. So now I'm like, hold on. So you're telling me when I want a soft and squishy, I can do that, and when I need something that's like weighted and heated, I can have that too.
Their website won't load properly on my computer. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I too have recently joined Team Squishmallow. Hubby and I were out on date night one night, and we were at the mall, and we found a Pokemon, one of my favorite Pokemon Squishmallows, and I sleep with that. It's my pillow some days. It's my cuddle bestie the next. I have 4 stuffed animals in my bed. It's fine.
I tend to end up with a lot of stuffed animals because Jason's new thing, it's the sweetest thing. Every night when he goes to bed, he finds a stuffy to give me, and then I snuggle at
They
stuffy.
currently have a buy 2 get 1 free Easter sale. These are the dogs. They have cats.
Oh.
It loads correctly on my phone. It will not load correctly on my computer for some.
That's amazing.
See, I mean, there's no judgment here. Like I have K-pop doll. Like, like it's just. I have a bin that is like stuffed to the brim with stuff.
They also have super sized.
And we had to put them there because Sam, when she was a lot younger, when she was a puppy, everyone would just give her a stuffed something.
Yep.
And eventually she thought my stuffed animals and were hers. So I had to put all of them in bins so she wouldn't get to them. So I get it. I have not gotten into the Squishmallows as of yet. Every so often I walk and look at them and I'm like, no.
Yeah, just don't, because the second you go like this, you'll never go back.
I have not, but I am so tempted. Yes. Edition Snoopy Warmy.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cute.
Well, now I know where my paycheck's going.
What was the website again?
Warmies.com. Warmies.com. Snuggable, huggable, lovable. They have pajamas, children's books, and other stuff. But they also have heatable slippers.
Oh, that is winter. That is fabulous.
They have eye masks, heating pads. And this is not sponsored in any way.
Yeah.
My
No,
mom,
but I've just spent so much money in my brain just right now, just thinking.
I got these reading socks for my birthday from
Aw.
Riley. They're so
Love
soft
it.
and they're Sherpa line.
Oh goodness.
That is luxurious.
And actually, I might put them on during the next sprint, but I'm wearing thick sweatpants, so I might have to change my pants during the next sprint. My mom had brought me before we started sprinting, but I did not eat breakfast because I was busy chatting. And then I made myself English breakfast tea, but I haven't drunk it yet.
I don't know if I will buy them because I've spent they were all on sale, but I bought so many games. So many cozy games. I'm in like a cozy game era and I got like 6.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that.
Because Steam is running a spring sale too, and everything is like 50, 40, or 30% off.
I don't need
So I got so many, and they're all so cute. All of them are building related because I am that kind of person.
living in that era.
Yeah.
I
And
was like,
these
if I
have
had
grips on the
to,
bottom too.
Nice.
I'm like,
I
if
don't
I
know
had
the
to
brand.
phase out my, if at one point Sims gets unusable, I need another thing to build. And
Well,
I got
people
like
were boycotting
5
Sims for some reason. I don't know the reason. I haven't
to
played
buy
Sims
out.
Okay.
They got buy out by really horrible people, and now they're gonna be like a private closed company instead of an open gaming company.
I am Steam uninstalled it from my computer.
I still have I have spent so much money that I refuse to get my money's worth. So I play offline. I go and like click offline and I play with what I have. And I'm like, that's it. That's all.
Yeah.
I've spent so much
I love
money.
that you spelled it like Red Socks. And these are called reading socks, but I don't know what the brand is. My mom just gave them. Riley just gave them.
Oh my god, these plushies are so cute.
I am
The big
I'm closing Steam.
one. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need to know about the spring sale. I don't have time.
My mom got these off of Barnes and Noble because so these are the navy cable knit chenille.
I mean, out of the games that I got, Crystal, the one that I so hype, and I played the demo twice, and now that I have the game, I'm like one already started is Town to City.
Alrighty. That's neat.
So freaking cute. I'm like so pumped to like really play it.
Jason was playing this like little game on Roblox the other day because he loves school buses. Okay, like we see a school, but like that kid is upset. Like school buses are his thing. Okay, and there's a school bus game, right? And he could just drive around a school bus, and he comes up to me, and he's like, "Mom, this person's following me," and I'm like, "I'm sure they're just going." No, they were legit following him, and so I was like, "All right, let's Grand Theft Auto this," and I like take the thing and I backed up into them, and then I like tried to go somewhere else. I was like, this is a one-time thing. And then yesterday he comes up, he's like, "Mom, somebody's following me again. I think we need to Grand Theft Auto them." And I'm like, no, that was a one-time really bad choice on my end. That is a one-time thing. This is not a pattern. You also shouldn't even understand what I'm saying. Like, so that was a one-time thing.
Amazing.
So I was like, we're just gonna go a different way. And so I took it and I was legitimately just trying to drive forward in a way. And I did not hit the person. I just hit the
I love that you clarified. You're like, I did not.
This time, no, I just hit the like, what is that? The light. I keep calling the light pole. No, that's not the stoplight. The stoplight thing. And they
Traffic light.
Yeah, there we go. Traffic light. I forgot what it was.
Also, all of this is in Roblox, people.
Yes, this is a fictional universe.
Not real life.
There.
Yeah.
Yes, in fiction, in Roblox, in this Roblox school bus game. So,
Just
I just ran into something, and they were and the person just went a different way. So,
Oh my goodness.
that is so cute. Oh, I saw the otter and I saw the penguin and I'm like,
I know.
I
I
already spent
I
so much
closed my
money.
browser
Oh.
because this is so bad.
what did you guys do during the sprint?
Oh,
I did good. I got my breakfast ready. I just did not consume it. And I need to bullet journal and then do my journal for the Write for Life thing. Because yesterday was the first day I didn't journal at all. Like I even journaled on my birthday, but I did not yesterday. So busy.
I ate. I finished my breakfast and I ate my carrot cake. And I'm trying to finish watching something that I wanted to try to finish earlier this morning, but my eyes were like, nope.
Nope. Reviews. I got some words, and I'm almost to the point where my female main character she's flirting with the pirate captain, and there's gonna be a moment. It's gonna be great. And I've been like, it's taken me too long to get to this moment, so I'm excited to get to this moment. It's fine.
If I
love that
get
Crystal was the only one who actually did some writing related work.
Yeah, if I get my shit together, I'm going to send Regina the first 3 chapters of my work in progress.
Ooh, you're writing again.
I need guidance because I am rusty writing romance. One work in progress that I didn't even finish because the world went to shit and I lost motivation to write about those crimes. And I'm like, I know how a romance works. Why can't I make this work?
You're like, I have edited romances before.
I've also self-published 7. Like, I know how this works.
Got this. I believe in you.
Believe me, I am revising one right now, and I'm like, how do I do this again? What is love? What is romance?
So the prequel is I'm calling it my paranormal romance tragedy. It is emphasis on the tragedy, and I can barely even write
romantic tragedy because if
that's
you say
what I wanted.
Romance, people assume the happy.
Yeah, thank you. Paranormal romantic tragedy. I struggle to write romance just generally, and so this is where I'm starting while book 2 is being looked over. Send help, hope, and a prayer, because I'm gonna break my heart a few times if I do this right. It might not be right. It's fine.
I made coffee, forgot to grab it, went to put my phone on like the thing where alerts don't come up, but first it made me look at alerts and then I got distracted. But I switched from my phone to my computer now. So and I pulled up. I'm gonna just be continuing to work on the thing I worked on last time, which is that wedding planner thing, Google Doc for the fake wedding in my book. So I feel like if I can finish filling this out today, that'll give me, that's like the last piece of the puzzle that I need before I can go back to my outline, because then I'll know like, okay, if they need to have flowers, I need to add like a scene where they're picking flowers.
How did you have your video horizontal while using your phone? Because whenever I try that on StreamYard, it doesn't let me.
I don't know. I just went like this.
I try that and it doesn't.
There's an option, I think it's in camera settings, that lets you pick the first, second, or third camera. Because I know with mine,
I do that. It's I will try.
Not meaning to gaslight you or anything.
I'm like,
no, because I want to live stream the other Barnes and Noble events, and the one that I did with
Crystal inadvertently making Sarah feel for not being able to figure this out.
No, I'm just like, how? Because I obviously know how to do this. But I obviously don't at the same time.
I mean, to be fair, there are also times where StreamYard is just drunk. and just doesn't
No, but
cooperate.
it's every single time. I'm turning it horizontal now, and I'm upside down. I do this, and now I'm just sideways.
That's so funny. I don't know. Maybe there's a setting in StreamYard. I don't know. I just like clicked, but I wasn't logged in. Maybe that's, I don't know. I clicked the thing, I stuck it in the holder, and then I turned it like this, and then you came on. So
I don't know. Maybe some phones have an auto switchity
but
switch.
her and I had the same phone, I'm pretty sure, or pretty close to it.
Like, this is
Or yeah, sorry.
So
back camera, front, like I'm sideways.
I don't know. Well, hold on. Now let me
Oh,
from my phone. See? Warning, you may see up my nose in a second.
Oh, I had to take off the rotation lock on the whole phone.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
okay. Okay, now I don't have to click buttons and have you like, I was just gonna log in and y'all were gonna be up my nose, all the way up my nose.
I was really
Like that
exactly
angle when
the
somebody
same.
Very
forgets
close
to
and
like change their
personal.
FaceTime and you're like, that is I'm only seeing from here up at a really weird angle.
I have
Yeah,
been
I
thinking
always,
that.
if I'm flipping, I always hold it out as if I'm taking a selfie. I'm like, no one wants to see up my nose. Myself.
Well, the worst part is I don't do FaceTimes like with faces with my best friend because there's no point, but we talk on FaceTime audio all the time instead of calling because sometimes we want to show each other something. And rather than send the text message, I'm like, I'm just going to share my whole screen on my phone because we don't have boundaries. It's fine. And so then I'll forget, like I'll just switch over and I'll forget to turn the camera off. So as soon as I switch it from audio to regular FaceTime, it's like this weird angle. And then she does it and I'm like, I'm literally just looking at your forehead. But it doesn't matter because I'm just trying to scroll Instagram with her. So it's fine.
Oh,
That's funny. That happens a lot with my mom because she's like she just rests the phone on her chest. So this is the view. Like I am seeing this view. And I'm like
The most attractive.
Mom.
Right.
I
and
have
I have it like propped somewhere, like she can see me, she can
Mhm.
see my background, everything, and I'm just like here.
Such a YouTuber.
Yep. I was gonna say, tell me you're the content creator without telling me you're a content creator.
I terrified everybody one day
We're going to
But
start at
can
the
you click on?
15-minute mark, by the way.
and then answering it.
Oh my goodness, what in the
You
first
look-
hell is that?
You look like you're in Eyes Wide Shut.
It's one of those red light things. Oh my god. I suggest everybody get it, not just for like the supposed skincare benefits, but just because like freaking out your family. The dog hates it. Every time I put it on, Franklin just goes absolutely crazy. It was worth it.
Amazing.
How
Oh,
often do you,
lights with the
how
red
often
ones
do
are
you put it
creepiest.
on?
What?
How often do you put it on?
Well, not very because
We're
I
so
forget.
chatty today. We only have 3 viewers. They're like, we're not working.
Not working, we're out.
Oh my god, I'm gonna stop talking then. I don't want people to go away.
No, it's so funny. It's funny.
Oh, like I said, we're on a bell curve of hope and a prayer today. So
Also, if you're a long time watcher of Inimitable Books like streams, you know this combination.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like you
At
know.
minimum, the one's on top. But also then add in that I did not talk to anyone within 2 decades of my age on my birthday, aside from Veronica K over text. Like everyone I spoke to, like face to face, is like boomer. And like they're family friends and it's fine, but it's like no one was like a writer where we could just talk about like no one was
Stop.
neurospicy or admitted or self-admitted to being neurospicy.
Nope.
You know, so it's just like this is what I need to recharge for the
Yep.
week.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's like the greatest thing about like the internet though, is just like in life, it's really hard to find your people,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know? And like for a long time, I was always just like the weird, like, okay, we all know I'm a weird one. It's fine. But like here with my people, it's like celebrated. It's like, okay, well, that's just Amara, but like we know what we're gonna get and it's fine because y'all are my people. But like in my life, it's like so much like self-consciousness of like, oh my God, am I talking too much? Am I talking too little? Should I like, you know, and then if you're not talking, what's wrong with you? Because oh my God, you're such a chatter, you know. But it's like it's so much. But here I'm just like,
Sometimes you're tired, like, and I understand that. And sometimes you have an off day, but like I'll definitely text you and be like, "You okay?"
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's just funny because yay, my people. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking so we can speak.
I was like, I don't want to cut you off because I'm the one who started us on this tangent, but okay, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Everyone do the math of what 25 minutes is after this if you want to mute the ticker, because that's where the ASMR is built in. I just don't want to do math this early. I sent 2 emails. I meant to send on Friday, but I scheduled them to send out tomorrow. I ate breakfast, but I still have not drunk my tea.
Any?
I got my coffee. I put on my face because I'm going to be vlogging today. And I figured out where my glasses were because I knew that I had seen them and then I couldn't find them the entire morning. It's because I woke up before the sprint and I was like, I'm going to put on my makeup. And I put on my moisturizer and took my glasses off and put it in the little bin that my makeup's in and then never went back to that bin. So I did that. I also was vlogging all day yesterday, and then I went back to look at one thing and realized that there was no sound for everything I did yesterday.
No!
Because like the reason I got the camera that I have, and I ended up selling my old Canon. Like I loved my G7X Mark II, by the way, because I used to vlog on my phone, and so when I got that, I was like, oh my god! But the sound was really bad, so that's why I switched to the Sony because I could like plug in the like mic to it, but if you hit there's like a specific button, it changes the setting so everything looks the same. But I wasn't paying attention because like it'll tell, like you can tell when your audio is working. I just wasn't paying attention.
Okay, I mean at least it would show you and it's not like a flaw in the thing.
No, it's just me like I hit this specific button. I could do that, but to be honest, like I almost like don't care because the footage wasn't super great. I haven't vlogged in a really long time, so it was kind of like it was like a practice. It was like a practice run, and then instead of a weekend vlog,
JC
Sunday
has
vlog.
been asking, and I always forget.
You forget what?
JC has been asking me to vlog, and I'm just like, I just sit at my desk or I'm running errands that like I don't want to be vlogging for because the errands are not work related. So I wouldn't put that on the Inimitable Books channel. And then I don't want to mix like personal life and Inimitable Book stuff on the Inimitable Books channel or in a single vlog. So then that just, I think it would be boring. She says it wouldn't be, but
I don't think it would be. Also, the only exciting
but I
part
do
of it,
understand as a creator that you're like, I know it's boring that I spend like X amount of time sitting in a desk like this.
Yep.
And occasionally
I should like this. Yeah, no, there is a reason.
If I'm too uncomfortable, then I'll do this.
Yep.
This.
Hey, there is a
What?
reason you never only see like once a month vlog from me.
I love a good like writing vlog where it's just like all we see is like your keyboard and like throw some good music to it, and it's like, I'm sorry.
I know. I love watching them, but I'm just like, the idea of making it, I'm like, that's so boring. And yet, like, I will eat up like JC vlogs.
Oh, yeah.
Vlogs, you know, where it's like, you see the typing and then it's like, see them playing, you know, Kate playing with her pets. And then it's like, okay, so this is where I am. But the thing is that like, because they're Inimitable Books titles, I don't feel like I can be like, oh, like I'm stuck editing this thing because we need to like improve the XYZ because like I don't want it to like act as
a publisher is a lot.
This author has a problem. Whereas if it was a personal blog, I could be like, oh, you know, this like I'm having trouble. The way I said, like I'm really rusty on writing romance, so
but
at the same time,
I could technically
like
do
a publisher.
The keyboard kind of thing because I have 3 cute keyboards that I can be like showcase.
Oh, we have a way running. It's ending soon though.
Yes.
So US only, but if I can use USPS, you're eligible. So Esther, if you want a new keyboard, I think.
Well, wait. Technically,
and on Instagram.
But in reality, it will be like the 6th. Because I have my red clackety one is at my job, and everyone loves it. And I'm like, I brought the cheapest keyboard here that I have. It's not the cutest, the cheapest. They're like, this is so cute and it sounds so great. I'm like, if you hear my expensive keywords, then you.
I had a virtual doctor's appointment and I had sent my mom like a link so she could attend without us having to squeeze in like in front of my camera.
Yeah.
And I hadn't muted because it was just us and we were in separate rooms. And she's like, and I was typing something. She's like, wow, I really hear your keyboard.
But I'm like working and we do these things because we all work remote, but we do these things. It's literally kind of like what we do here, but just privately at work and cameras off, where we just like make calls together, like whatever. But we always like chat in the beginning and like sometimes like something will pop up and I'll forget to mute and I'm just like typing. They're like, oh my God, you really do type fast. I also type fast. My mom says that I'm the fastest.
I didn't hear it when you're like, this is mine.
I mean, we were talking over it as well.
Yes. All of mine are kind of like creamy to talking kind of sounds, so they're not loud. Like if you're not in this room, you're not gonna be able to hear it. And I don't know if the microphone picks it up whenever I do type. But I try not to have my microphone on because I'm like, it's nice that you can hear the keyboard if you can, but you're also gonna hear me say random things.
Well, yeah, people would hear me watching videos.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, like, if we ever get monetized, I don't want to have to like.
Yeah.
For all the writing.
You don't need to hear me butchering songs.
Go on, Heidi.
But back to your point about vlogging and not wanting it to say like to seem negative, like we all know that books need to get edited and that they go through rounds. So you don't need to specifically say, I have to work on editing chapter 4 because it needs changes. You just be like, hey, today we're gonna be line editing. Today I'm doing this kind of editing for this.
Yeah, and I don't have to say what book.
What book exactly?
Yeah.
You can just be like, today's an editing day, today's an admin day, like, but I think that it would be really cool to see like what the back end looks like of running the publishing, but also showing when people read the book that it didn't just go through like no, you know what I mean? Like we get to see all of the hard work that gets put into publishing these titles too. So it adds like a layer of like,
I know.
Not only did the author spend all this time, but then also all of this other work went into it as well.
We had been doing behind the book vlogs, and then just like a lot of my authors like weren't doing it, so it wasn't happening with every book. So then I was like, does that look weird? And then I was having to edit them, and it was just like. And I think the reason I haven't made the next YouTube video, because I did promise what it was, so I don't want to change what the next upload is like about romance tropes. And I think had I filmed it before I started writing my own again, it would have been fine, but life got busy. But now that I'm like getting stuck with mine, I'm like, I don't know that I feel like talking about romance tropes. Also, none of these tropes are like in the book that I don't think any of the ones that I'm going to be mentioning in the video are ones that in mine. I don't know. I'll see. I might need to rewrite that.
Romance tropes, it's so fun. Maybe I'm just...
No, it's a really fun topic. I just think right now, because I'm a little bit like, oh my God, do I even know how to romance anymore? I feel like a little bit like, I don't know if I feel like making this video right now where I'm like explaining stuff to people as like a voice of authority. To us.
I mean, the other thing, if you feel that you cannot kind of like articulate in a way that feels honest to you, then maybe kind of like look what's already out and be like, okay, this is what I have noticed as, and the kind of like the...
Yeah, well, maybe I'll just be like romance tropes in Inimitable Book and like only use Inimitable Books as examples and not like my own, where it's like, yeah, obviously I know what these are and I'm not thinking about what is or isn't going into my current project. My hair is so knotted. I like walked Riley for 10 minutes outside and
don't be restrained by tropes.
Regina, that's the whole point of the video, though, because I said, like, here's what romance is as a genre, and next video is romance tropes. Like, that's literally the point.
Gotcha.
Talking about my own writing, of constraining my writing to tropes. But I didn't say I was doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I maybe at least for your writing, maybe just don't think about trope and just write.
I'm not.
'Cause
No, I'm not, but I'm
people
getting
who are like, you're still getting stuck.
Yeah, not because, oh, I don't know how to fit this trope in, just like this. Like, I'm happy with the opening, but it's not a strong enough opening for like a certain writing competition. And I know that like it needs, and I know it needs to be like, and if it were strong enough for that competition, then it would make the book stronger in general. But I'm just like jumping back at, I am establishing the characters fine, but then like the way the story is coming to me is like going too much into like their personal lives too fast. And I'm like, I need to have a little bit more plot at the start before I start examining. But the thing is I like, there's a meeting and then there's like, okay, like we'll meet again in a week. So then I need to show what happens in that week kind of thing. But it's not, they're not interacting, which I think is part of the problem. But it doesn't make sense for me to shorten that time period because basically the PR agent is telling her new client is like, if you can avoid the tabloids for a week, like prove that, then like we can keep going. Otherwise I'm going to have to like really babysit you and you don't want that. Maybe
something happens and they actually had to babysit the person and then you have
no it does that's what's gonna happen. But it's the thing is that the thing that happens, I had it in my head where it's like, oh, it's gonna happen at the end of the week and then there's gonna be an argument about semantics of like,
was it a week or was it not a week?
Yeah, because basically he hits the tabloids after the week is up, but what was in the tabloid happened during the week.
During the week.
Oh, that's funny.
So I can
I was
already
thinking it was going to be like on the 7th day. So it's like, okay, well, you know, or it's like midnight on the 8th day or something.
It's midnight on the 7th day.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
Like,
yeah, because it's like, well, is that before or after? Before or after? Like, that's so funny.
Just for added interaction and kind of like create more conflict and more tension, maybe they get tipped off, but it's not a complete credible tip off. So they're like, so I got this information. Is this true or not? And the other person lies if they tend to lie. So that's gonna be added conflict, added tension, and when it actually gets revealed, it's kind of like, you mother.
Yeah, I know, because currently, like, I reached 5,000 words, but most of it's a mahjong game because basically the guy his brothers are like, ooh, hot date tonight. And he's like, actually, no, like, I think I'll stay in. And they're like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, he doesn't want to tell them that he's been given this challenge because then they'll rag on him. So instead they like play that. And I'm like, I don't need to explain the rules of Clue. Like, that wouldn't be interesting enough. So I'm like, I have the word count, but I'm like, this is not a strong enough start. Like, there needs to be more in the first 3 chapters.
Yeah. It is only 5K.
Yeah.
That's only the permitted amount.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be 4,500 is the minimum, but I don't have enough strong words there. If I just do the parts that are like, yeah, setting up the story and don't go into that part, we have, again, I don't want to do math, 1152 for the first chapter. 1114. I know I could be saying these as 1,000. I'm just like,
It's okay.
I'm like really not today with math. I'm at 3,450. So I could submit a shorter thing, but I still need to like beef up the things. I mean, how many of this, if I do just the partial chapter? Okay, what if I don't do the gameplay? Okay, I mean, I'd be able to, that gives me 4,479. So I think that's what I want to do, is I'm not going to do full chapters like this part just to hit the 5,000 words.
There you go.
I gotta add in. So thank you for workshopping with me.
Welcome.
To the new person, welcome. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices while pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. But this discussion was actually about my own book because I'm also a self-published author. And I'm, was just talking out a problem that I had. I don't think I ever set up the Forest Room code for people. Did I?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
No. Cool. We use this thing called the Forest app. It's free. You have an option to pay for it. We're not sponsored, though we have tried. They just don't answer those messages. You don't have to use it though. If you choose not to use it, I can speak. There is a timer that will be up on screen. We're going to be starting our third sprint once people enter the Forest Room, and then we will have one more sprint after, but after a chatty break. Hopefully that next chatty break will be shorter.
We're trying. We're trying.
Are we? Are we?
I mean, up here, I tell myself I'm trying.
I am trying. Succeeding.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I could have said a lot more today, but I'm like, no.
I have
should
said
be
a
the
lot
less
more.
chatty one.
I mean, Esther, I figured you were still just like trying to wake up.
I'm still trying to wake up, and I'm like now making like revisions because I have a lot of white room syndrome. And I made the mistake to write this freaking book in past tense when it's supposed to be present tense, and I'm like,
oh, I've got white room syndrome. That would help me fill in words.
There you go.
I normally save that for a later revision, but that, I'm submitting to a competition, so that would be important to do.
Yeah.
I'm having this issue where I'm needing to focus on revisions for this book because there's a lot that needs to be done, but I need to also know kind of what I'm doing in the second one because it is a duology so that way I can properly segue into it. But then I've struggled with that, and then a moment of inspiration hit. It's always in the shower the other day, and all of these ideas flooded to me, and now all I really want to do is work on that one, but I can't work on that one until I finish the first one.
Well, I tell my authors if they get a shiny new idea, just brain dump it so that you don't forget it, and get it out of your system enough, and then go back to
No, and it's good because it does help me knowing what I want to do with specific characters, because there's a lot of characters that you only see in the first act of this one, but they will be central characters in the second one. So it does help because now I know kind of how to develop them better, but
but I think fleshing out those characters to make sure that they're sequel ready can be something in a later revision. It doesn't
later revision. Exactly.
Current revision. But notes to yourself as the ideas come to you.
Yeah, because it's I'll be working on this and I'll be thinking about this, and then something will pop in. And I'm like, oh, but and I'm like, I just need to write it down and move on. You cannot go there right now, Amara.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
I haven't done a contest in forever. I just saw this and I was like, oh, I think I can get 5,000 words. Mm-hmm. And then it turns out it's going to be more like 4,500, unless the white room syndrome kicks, me fighting that will kick in and get me to the 5,000. So we'll see. I now need to find images of offices and figure for inspiration, because I have aphantasia on top of white room syndrome. Or I probably have white room syndrome because of my aphantasia. I'm more can I be in the character's mind, and do I know what they're physically doing? Cool. Then I don't care what color the walls are. Unless they're the light is bouncing off these incredibly white walls to the point that I'm being blind and I'm considering wearing sunglasses inside, type of thing. If it's relevant to what's happening in any way. I'm too impatient to wait until the 5-minute mark, so we're going to start our third. The timer on screen has typing ASMR built into it. If that bothers you, that's totally fine. Feel free to mute us and then come back at the end of the 25 minutes. In chat, you basically report what you did. It doesn't have to be writing, editing, or revision related. It can be, I did laundry, I ate breakfast, had caffeine, walk the dog, whatever. It's just about what we did. So in 3, 2, let me find the tab. 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. How did everyone do?
I, with some assistance from my friends in the chat, I picked the wedding colors for the fake wedding.
And the wedding in her book, to be clear.
Yes, the wedding in my book, which is really fun actually planning this like wedding that's like for my book because I will never get married again. So it's like really, really fun. So.
Yee. I got a few hundred more words ish, and this close to the kiss moment, and I like just as I saw the screen flash, I wrote the flirty captain line because my main character, Brand New Vampire, is having some trouble with the diet. Pirate captain offers, and the pirate captain just sits there and goes, I kind of wonder if you kiss as deep as you feed. And then I wrote that and I'm like, yeah, I'm going.
Ma'am,
I told you I
get that line.
I told you I freak myself out when I write this shit.
That line is delicious. Oh, Crystal.
Giggle. Oh my god, I love you.
I probably mentioned this before. I tend to forget who I tell this stuff to, but I exist on the spectrum of not interested. I am writing a character who is my complete opposite in every way. She is interested in any and all things that can come her way. And so I am over here in my corner writing so far out of my comfort zone, it's terrifying.
But like, I love that for you.
The nervous energy is like, oh god, did I seriously? I said that line out loud.
I can tell that Crystal is like,
I feel like this is also when like a thriller or horror writer will like write a really gruesome murder scene where they're like, I don't actually want to like go murder people, but like this was really fun.
Yeah,
or it's like when a really nice actor is really good at playing a horrible, like cruel villain. But then if that's all they play, I start being like, are you being typecast, or is there something about you that
that just like reminds me of this like really sad, it was actually kind of a sad interview I watched because like, okay, I'm from the generation like One Tree Hill was life, okay, and the guy that played Dan Scott,
it's still life.
He was saying like it was like I watched this interview that's actually kind of sad where he talks about like the depression and stuff that he felt like sometimes during filming, but like he was talking about this one time he was on an airplane and this girl was like a younger girl was like terrified of him because even though she knew in her brain like this is not Dan Scott, like she couldn't stop seeing him as Dan Scott, and so he like moved to a different part of the plane because he like didn't want this girl to have to like be terrified the entire flight. I'm like, that's so hard. Like I just feel so sad because in everything I've ever heard is that it's like the biggest teddy bear playing a horrible villain, like a horrible
like people hated Lena Headey, and it's like she's just a good actress. Like she's not actually Cersei.
I don't get how people don't understand this. Like I just watched Tell Me Lies for the first time. It was an interesting experience. I went from like, why am I watching this? This is horrible. Like, I hate literally everybody but two people to the end being like, okay, but can I just restart it from the beginning now? Like, I don't know what happened. Okay. Like the last 10 minutes though makes the whole show worth it. But anyways, the point is the couple in the show is a couple in real life. And they say that like there are times that they'll go out on the street and people will scream either at him to get away from her or her to get away from him because they're both kind of horrible in the show. But like, yeah, it's so funny. I'm like, y'all realize that this is like, I know we have a lot of reality TV and I consume 90% of it, but like, you realize that these are it's clear that this is scripted and they're actors.
And reality TV is heavily edited.
Reality.
Even that. But like at least like, when somebody on reality
also, there are outlines as well. So even though it's not like necessarily they're told word for word what to say, it's not just like, oh, we'll edit to manipulate the situation. They instigate stuff.
They do. They
Yeah.
do.
That they
They
want.
100%
So it's still manipulated, even if it's not scripted. But
Which
some
is
of
like
them
the
are
entire premise of
scripted,
my
where
book.
it's like, oh, let's have this reveal. Like when people show up
Yeah.
unexpectedly, it's like, how do you think they knew to show up at a certain time?
Especially if it's in a public place, they have to make arrangements. Like all these
I
times, they're like,
know.
let's just go get coffee. It's not just me texting my friend and being like, hey, you want to get coffee today? It's like, this is the time, this is the place, this is when you have to be. You have to sit over here. Okay, now you can go
Tell the
walk
coffee
in.
people we need to set up all our cameras and the
Yeah.
audio
Yeah.
and the like.
And then, like, the
And get
conversation,
releases
they
from
know what
people
they're going
like
to
that.
talk about. What happens in that conversation sometimes, like, that's why VPR was so great. Like, did we know that Stassi was going to say, and I'm the devil, don't you forget it? No, we did not. But she's, you know what I mean? But they, like, put her in the position to be in that place in that time. And then she says some of the most, like, crazy
Well, did you
stuff
watch
ever.
the show Unreal?
No, but everybody keeps telling me I need to. I am going
You
to.
need to.
Because with what I'm doing.
Like, I'm upset that it didn't keep going. Like, I get why it didn't, but like, it was kind of like, I like that the way people like reality TV, because it itself is a scripted like soap opera basically around the creation of reality TV.
That's what I've heard.
Like a
Yeah.
Bachelor type of show. And
And I've
so
been told that it's like really realistic. I actually
Yeah.
found on Instagram this lady that is a former like reality TV producer. And I sent her a message and I was just like, hey, if you're open to it, I'm writing a book. I would love to get some like information, because I want to make sure that like I'm not saying there's two camera operators and then I find out later that I used the wrong term, or that really in this type of show they would typically have 3. You know what I mean? Like I just want to make sure
it's
that
like there'd be 3,
I'm-
but then there'd be stationary, and then
or like just certain terms or like certain things that I'm thinking from the research that I have done. But it's really hard when you just type in certain types of things, because you get information for dating reality shows, which are going to be different than like Secret Lives or like, Real Housewives type show, which is the type of show in my book. So it's really like, but I messaged her and she messaged me back and was like, yeah, absolutely. Send me an email.
I kind of want someone to make a TV show or write a book from the perspective of like the legal department of a reality TV show.
That sounds like it could be fun.
I feel like that would be such a shit show, and like
oh my god, that'd be so funny.
Not me. I'm not doing it. I'm
No.
not willing to do that research. But
I have
if
my
someone
lane.
wants to read it, write it. I will read it as a fan. But also, I don't want that to necessarily be queried to Inimitable Books when we open back up, because then I'd have to do the research to make sure it was accurate.
Yeah, legal research is rough.
Regina says, I dislike reality TV because I remember how it was used to punish a writer's strike so they could avoid paying for real scripts. Yeah, I mean, I don't like how they manipulate people, but also I just don't really like the people that are willing to go on reality TV shows most of the time. Like the ones that I like are baking shows. And even then, the only one that I really got into was Zumbo's Just Desserts, which is Australian and was on Netflix.
See,
they made crazy things, and I liked it.
I like them all. I had never watched reality TV, and then I got the idea for this book, and I was like, well, I guess I need to watch some. And then it was like, and then now I'm just that girl. Like now I'm just like every single one of them. But I get to the point where I'm like, I really kind of hate everybody, but also.
Yeah. No,
like
my mom was watching a certain season of 90 Day Fiance and she was telling me about it. And I was like, none of these people are good. And she's like, yeah, I don't really like this season because normally there's at least one person I can like, but no one in like the most recent season was likable. I don't know if it was 90 days or reverse or whatever, 90 days the other way, but whatever it was, I was like, this person's a pathological liar. This person is a bad person. This other person's also, I was like, because I don't like, I used to judge people who watch it, excuse me. And now I'm like, I don't care. Like, if you watch it, you watch it. But I was like watching it with my mom one time and I was like, you like this? And she's like, no, I don't like this season because of the people. And I was like, okay.
I don't care if people watch it. I don't like it because my brain needs to latch onto something, and if there's not a clear storyline that I'm trying to follow or trying to figure something out, I'm just like, If I want to people watch, I will just go to the mall and sit for free, get air conditioner for free, and just be noisy about people I don't know.
One of,
That's the realest reality TV
one of
out
the
there.
funniest things was like I wasn't sure if I was even going to watch this last season of Love is Blind because I'm kind of over it a little bit. And then my friend was like, watch it. And I was like, you know what? I can't get into like the pasta. So I was like, I'm going to watch somebody on YouTube just like break down the first like 5 episodes for me. And then I'll start from where it gets good. And I found this really hilarious guy that did everything I needed. And then I started watching it. But the funny thing is there's this one couple that came out of it and everybody keeps saying, I completely forgot about them. And that's because they had almost no airtime because they were so sickingly adorable and happy and lovely and no
That
problem,
wasn't
like
fun to
zero.
watch.
So they were barely shown at all. And we legitimately forgot about them. And I think that's a good thing. I think that means that they're going to be married forever because they just like were off doing their own thing, being adorable.
Good. Okay. And on that note, we're going to start our final sprint in 3, 2, 1. I bullet journaled during that sprint, by the way. I don't know if we actually gave updates.
Oh, Crystal.
I missed it. I was working. I journaled for yesterday. I caught up, and then I did some social media work at the end of that sprint. So I was very happy.
Crystal pretty much doesn't want to be in this existence. For whatever she wrote, she's probably like, take me out of here.
Hey, I got my 500 and so or 300 and so many words. Finished the chapter, and the captain gave Alexandra a choice. She could either step away now and forget it was just a kiss with too much wine, or she could take her hand, and that's how I ended the chapter.
You're so cute.
Okay,
I can't imagine already readers when they get to there be like,
I know.
I legit.
That was even better. That just made it better. It's like readers are gonna read that and be like, I have to go.
Poof, you're gone. And that was the greatest thing I've ever seen on a live stream ever.
Timing was amazing.
I have a tentative plan to make it worse, because technically Alexandra has a telepathic mental connection with her good boy bestie. So his chapter is next. And
he's like, yo, my friend needs to cool it if I can't have any fun.
yeah, he gets to know what's going on in a very it's kind of everything's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
he's gonna be listening into mentally.
Wait, is he gonna hear the words or just feel the stuff? Either way is
Wonderful voyeurism.
It's kind of both. In book 1, there is a mention where he witnessed moments even when he didn't want to before
Does she know that he's witnessing this stuff, or is it like
no? In the current aspect of the prequel, they haven't figured out the scope of this connection yet. They are on their way.
But he's not like, yo,
out.
sometimes I feel stuff from you, like at
Not
all.
yet.
Like I don't know the extent, but
Not it's like they were listening to each other, like she was flirting with the pirate captain, and he's like, yo, this is awkward. She's like, I don't understand how this works. Okay, it's like, well, that's fine. We are on our way to figure out what all of this means. We'll figure it out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Now they're going to realize it's not fine. It's not fine.
Does anyone hear talking underneath?
Probably, and my mom is watching. I don't know, something.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I just want to know I'm not crazy. Amara, how'd you do?
I picked out, we did the colors last time. Now I was working on food, which is actually really fun. I haven't figured out everything, but I do know what they will be. I feel like I need a third little starter, because I have basically, like, for the little pass around thing, there's going to be 2 different types of bruschetta. One is just like regular, which is tomato, mozzarella, and basil. And then the second one is, oh my God, I'm so hungry now. It's butternuts. It's bruschetta with butternut, squash, and apple, ricotta cheese, and drizzled with balsamic vinaigrette. Thank you for the internet.
Okay, well, I want the normal bruschetta to also have balsamic vinaigrette.
Okay. Yes, because that would be a little dry without it.
Yeah. But what if the special one like had like a different type of vinaigrette?
Okay.
Instead of also balsamic.
Yeah. Okay, that could work. But what kind would go with like butter? Because like with it being October, I was like, this is great. Like a regular normal one would be fun, but it's also like fall. So I was like,
squash, part of me like wants to be like maple to really go for like the fall thing, but some people might not like that. So then you could cut it with like a fruity thing, like have it be
basic, be bunkin.
I don't know what a pumpkin vinaigrette would taste like. I feel like that might
Or
blend
should
into
I
like
do just like the regular like balsamic vinaigrette for the one, because the one that has like like that one is already going to have a lot of flavor to it, because it has the butternut squash and the apples and the balsamic vinaigrette. So maybe the other one that's a little bit more basic and boring should have maybe like a different
that one have like the unique
that one could have like a flavor to it.
Okay, so
Flavored balsamic vinaigrette.
okay, the classic one is balsamic vinaigrette. We know that.
Yes.
I want other.
There's a bourbon maple.
See, that's what I mean. Like have.
Okay, so
I
like
was looking at a maple Dijon.
Yeah.
Maple Dijon. I think bourbon maple sounds like that would taste really good, and I think that would also be very like that. Just for like the fact that we're not actually eating it.
Well with the apple. I think that would go well with the apple better.
Yes. Okay, so the apple one could be butternut squash and apple with a bourbon maple vinaigrette, and then the other one is just going to be a little, because some people might be like, because the idea is like, you know, some people are
not adventurous
and they're not going to want anything like that, so they just there's like
I
a regular one
was at
and
this
this
wedding,
one.
I'd have one of each. But
yeah, and that's why. And then I was like, I feel like I need like one more that's not just like bread and like vegetables on top of it. So I was thinking like, I don't know. I was looking up like other types of starters, and then the superintendent
tuna tartare on like a little crostini.
Oh, that would be good.
Or avocado.
I love that Amira is putting so much effort in this wedding planning.
And like half of it's not even going to be
fiction book.
For marketing, she can make the wedding menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Honestly.
share your vision board for the wedding.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of all the marketing possibilities.
Right. Well, and like that was something that I had to do with one of my classes too, was like, it was this whole thing about like transmedia and like how you basically take like, it's a book, but then how do you then do all these different things? And what I actually made was the wedding invitation for the wedding. And like one of the things in it is like, it had two brides both wearing dresses, because one of the things in it is like, I'm going to have this scene where they're talking to, because like one of the brides is like out of town. And so you see her more towards the end of it. But then the other one is like, she's really busy. And there's this whole conversation when she's like, I don't know what I want to wear, because every time they look up and look at pictures of lesbian weddings, it's very like one specific type. And she's like, none of this really fits. I don't want to wear a pantsuit. I don't want to wear this. I don't want to wear a white dress. I'm not a flowy, like Amy, the other bride, she's like the princess, right? Yeah. She's like, none of this fits. So then she's going to wear a very like thin, like a very beautiful colored dress. So like, and I already had that envisioned in my mind, but I didn't know exactly what color. And then when I saw those pictures, I'm like, I know what color she's going to wear now.
Well, thanks for watching. I literally have the gossip account about.
Yeah, you do. I follow it.
Leading up to the book, like if you if you read the book, there are references to things that have happened, but also a lot of this is just like to get you excited about it. And then whenever there's a book cover, it's like, please note that this is a fictional account. But
for school, I actually had to create stuff. So actually, Rebecca has a TikTok and an Instagram.
I love that. But like we're at 48 pieces of gossip so far.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And I think I have like 70 in the queue, like a total of 70. I don't have 70 more. But if I just look at,
I can't wait to start that one. I am 39% of the way through Grandma's Little Secret.
Okay.
And
we have up to 60. 60 is the last one. So we're at 48.
That's
awesome. If you haven't followed Whisper at Me on Instagram, whisper.at.me.
Ooh.
And like interact with it, please, as if it's real, because that should help push it out to more people. Because our views are like inconsistent on this, but this one, when I mentioned plagiarism, we got over 1,000 views. I think Kate also shared that one to her Instagram, so that also would explain the spike.
I think I should be able to. I think I'm gonna have time to start that one today or tomorrow because I have. Even though I'm not quite at the 40% mark, I listen to everything sped up because my brain cannot listen.
Yeah, I'm the
At
same way.
normal speed, and so I'm at 2 times speed because I tried lower and I was like anything more than that, but 2 times sounds basically the way I talk. I feel like so. I have 2 hours and 22 minutes left.
This one had 2,582 views.
Oh, that's amazing.
Ooh.
It's so funny for the people that don't realize that it's a book.
I kind of wanted that. And then you need to make it clear that it's a book because otherwise I can't share it. And I'm like, no, but the whole idea is like the intrigue to be like, oh, who are these people? I've never heard of these people.
That's neat.
I like it. That's a good idea.
I almost made accounts for all of them. And then I was like, I don't have time for that. The social media assistant doesn't have time for that. The budget doesn't have time to pay the social media have time for that. So, but this was our latest one. Confession Time, we're a fictional gossip account living in the pages. And thanks for watching.
I saw that one. Yeah.
If people want to go down a rabbit hole. And then we have this announcement.
Yeah.
I love that book so much.
Yeah. I'm so proud of our books. I want to mention the giveaway again that's happening on Instagram for a keyboard, US only, but it will be closing soonish, so be sure to enter. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 entries now. Because I just messaged everyone I knew who lived in the US and was like, please enter. Because I don't want this anymore. It works perfectly, but like I just have this and I have another one at my home, so like I don't need that taking up the other one taking up minimal space, but still space in my cabinet.
Yeah.
Let's do outros. They can be longer or they can be the same as our intros today, even though I think we're all caffeinated now.
We are caffeinated. I am Amara. I'm a caffeine addicted single mom who writes words. Technically, I am writing words because I'm typing them into the planner for the book that I'm writing. And I do read books again, which is great. You can find me because I talk to myself all over the internet. And when I say talk to myself, 90% of the time, I'm literally just talking to myself. And the places in there. I also made this.
Bookworm up again, or is it? Is the indie bookworm?
Not yet, just because I've been really busy and I have to. All I have to do is reconnect the link, which will take me like 5 minutes, so it will be up probably by tomorrow.
And then what's the link of things made while caffeinated or something? I'm getting it wrong.
Yes, so things I made while caffeinated. It's a shop where you can buy like this, which basically is if you don't like billionaires and think they should be taxed, then you can buy this mug. And 50%
that in and it's not giving me the website. Is it just .com? Yeah. Okay.
Wait, did I do it wrong? Is it not there?
No. I did. I googled
things I made while caffeinated. Yeah. Okay. So I was like, do I have to do something there too? Basically, I have a bunch of different designs that I've made for like mugs and t-shirts and things like that. Anything that says this, if you don't want something with a giant like actual curse word, you can get one with a star instead. 50% of what I make from it will get donated to the ACLU. And then anything, I have 2 other things that are like one's bookish and one's writing related. All the proceeds just go to me because I need more coffee money. So yeah. Crystal.
I'm Crystal. My channel's Crystal's Cluster, where I make a cluster of content ranging from whatever I decide to do at any given day. Mostly I just stream on Mondays and Saturdays, with the exception of this week. This week there is no Monday. This week there is no Saturday, but I will be on Sunday at 8 a.m. making horrible life choices. But for the storyteller's Hearthrightathon, which is going to be great. And I'm also a paranormal fantasy author, and my book is behind me over there. It's vibes. It's Buffy meets Vampire Diaries meets my chaotic brain. If you love the things, it's there. I do things. Hi.
By the way, my chaotic brain is not like another movie or TV show. It's like literally.
Yeah, hi. It's me. I'm the
It's
chaos.
like comp meets chaos type of thing.
Since we're doing like the normal long intro outros, hi, my name is Esther Maria Andujar. I'm a Puerto Rican writer, aspiring to be a hybrid career author, and I am here. I do have a YouTube channel, but I do spend most of my time on Twitch doing productivity streams in the evening, and I do have attached my gaming channel on my Twitch channel in case you're someone who likes cozy games, The Sims, building things like that.
I need to follow that one on my personal account because
that's where things are gonna happen because I pretty much have realized I don't have anything that is joyful in my life, so I'm like, I need to fix that. That cannot keep
well, I
happening.
want your
And I'm
writing
just
to
like,
be joyful
"Yay."
for you as well, even if the writing is heavy.
It is, but deadlines sometimes can really suck the fun out of it.
Well, it can drive us crazy. But speaking of heavy books, we are publishing thrillers this year at Inimitable Books. Grandma's Little Secret is out. It's inspired by true events. One girl's life is turned upside down when she foils a murder and then becomes a target herself. And upcoming is Mother Mercy. I am so excited. It's like female Dexter. If a certain set of files have you rightfully enraged, this book actually sees justice being served. It was not written based on those files. It just happens to line up. There is a long list. I think the longest list of trigger warnings for any Inimitable Books title. And so please be careful. All ebooks and hardcovers of our titles say trigger warnings, except until the last page, because the author and I didn't think there were any, but I'm now thinking that we've given a trigger warning for drowning before, and there is some moments of near drowning in that book. So if that is a trigger for you, please be aware. But it's that book is they're fighting in fairy tales and stuff like that. But this is the trigger warning list for Mother Mercy.
Very long.
I did tell the audiobook narrator to have a sentence of trigger warnings will be available on inimitablebooks.com. There is a sentence in the audiobook for thanks for watching that says, there is sensitive content in here or something. I don't remember specifically, but there's enough where it's please check the website or take care of yourself or whatever. Those our other audiobooks by Podium Entertainment did not say statements like that about the trigger warnings, and I am slowly working on adding all trigger warnings to our website so that people who don't read the preview of the hardcover or ebook on retailer sites are not surprised. But we have a lot of books at this point, so it's happening. But I believe in trigger warnings. They can only be helpful. And I love our books and our thrillers because this is our first time entering the genre this year. But it is upsetting stuff. Thanks for Watching has quasi-famous people like internet influencers behaving badly. So some of those things can be upsetting to people, but it is not nearly as horrific as what happens in Mother Mercy. So just be aware of that. But I love all the books, and if people are interested, In giving me a belated birthday gift, you can buy yourself a book or buy a friend a book, family member, etc. from InimitableBooks.com. More audiobook pre-order links for Thanks for Watching will be added as they populate. It comes out the same day as the book, which is April 21st. But before that, Mother Mercy comes out on March 31st. We're getting close, and the author, Chandra Arthur, will be signing books in Brooklyn, New York on April 3rd at an event. So if you're in the area and can make it, that would be super fun. You could check out InimitableBooks.com and our calendar for all in-person and virtual events. Virtual events like sprints like this. We are also participating in the Storytellers Hearth weekend relay next weekend. But you can also see, our author, Jesse Elliott, doing events in Canada that I am not able to be present for. It's not only events that I'm there for, so be sure to check those out. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching, and I will be streaming not on Tuesday because my dog Riley has a physical therapy appointment, but I will be streaming here on YouTube again on Thursday, and then on Twitch on Friday. Again, this is all on InimitableBooks.com. Thank you for being here. Bye, everyone.